Happy Friday! You made it! Another week done here at the weekend. Proud of you. How are you guys doing today? I had a bit of a hectic morning. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late today, but I have a show in Nashville tonight at a venue called The Basement, and I realized that all of my amps and stage equipment was at the Fable Cry rehearsal spot. So I had to go there and pick it up, pack up the car. But good news is everything's all set and ready for me to go out and have a great show tonight. I'm feeling ready, already in the stage outfit. So feeling excited and ready to just play some live music in front of a in-person, face-to-face audience. So that was my morning. How are you guys doing? Welcome for Tripwire and BHG. Melon Lord, JFTP, Grom Grom. Greg, thank you so much for the resub now for 10 months. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Cathadora, Luan, how are you? I'm just a po' boy. David the Great. Tall Ross, Chunky Bits. Thank you guys so much for being here right away. Already beat Friday and ready for the weekend. Well, then you get an extra special congratulations. Well, tonight, actually, good assumption for Raisinox, but tonight I'm playing with my band Tails. Fable Cry I'm going to be playing with in 2 weeks, and then I got a Creature Comfort show next month too, so it's nice. All the bands I'm in are starting to get their time back on stage, which is great. And I'm happy to see I can still manage balancing my streaming life with my live shows, and it just feels like I'm living the dream, so thank you guys. And we just started a hype train. Joe, it looked like you kicked it off, so thank you so much. Melon, thank you for gifting a sub. Jill for the resub for 4 months, thank you so much. For any of you guys, let me know if I could play you something. Cathadora, thank you for the bits. As for myself, let's just start doing some warm-ups and let's have some fun. I'm ready to play. You're going wild, man. Spreading a wildfire of biddies. Thank you so much for I don't know how much that is, maybe 1,000 bits? Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. All of the spam. I'll never complain about that type of spam. It's very, very, very nice. Thank you guys so much. Stanny Macy, thank you so much for the Shamrock bits. Making me want to do some Celtic music. We'll have to play some of that today. And in fact, to get started, I'd like to do one of my favorite cozy songs, which is Downstream from Braid. And from there, I'll get into our priority requests I know that for Melon Lord, since you gifted a sub, I'm guessing you probably want Sight of Spira. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would assume that would probably be where we're going with it. I also know I don't need to necessarily admit this, but I don't like feeling like I'm hiding something from you guys. And I did something that many people have told me is disgusting, but I want to have an open, honest conversation about it. Is microwaving your coffee icky nastiness? Does it taste as good after? Not necessarily, but I'd rather have it hot. Boo microwave coffee. All right, I will take that as a very supportive no, you're gross. We got one in that camp. Sweet. Amir, thank you for gifting a sub. Thank you. That does give you priority requests or something you'd like to hear. And Pencils, thank you for 100 bits, even though you think I'm disgusting. I'm gonna do just a bit more improv to get started here. The last one was relatively short. But I'll get my binders and music ready to go. Once cream and milk is in it, the microwaving is a bit much. When you really think about it, it is pretty gross. All my life decisions are flashing before my eyes. Pencils, thank you for 100 more bits, thank you. I am pretty nasty. All right. Improv, then downstream. I could already see that one was about to fade out, so I wanted to just get in front of it because I have a habit of starting to, like, deciding to play on a song when it's just about to end. So I'm trying to be ahead of the game today. Let's see what this one sounds like. For Eagle One, thank you so much. I'm a little more dressed up than usual today because right after I finish streaming, I am running to a venue and I'm playing a show tonight in Nashville. Now that things are starting to get just a little closer to being back to normal, a lot of my shows are starting to come back, and it's been really exciting because that lifestyle was really all I've known for the past 8 years. I've mainly been a touring musician and just always in a hotel room or in a van with 8 people, or just a new location every day. So I'm excited to get back to it. Admittedly, it's a little bit scary, just getting used to, I guess, going back out there and being out in the world, but at the same time it's been really fun. I got to see some states I haven't been to before. I went to Mississippi for the first time, and where else have I gone? I went to Alabama. I've already done that one before. Still lovely. Ohio, Illinois, and Florida. So it's fun. Paradox, hello, how are you? Did see we had a couple songs added. I'm just checking to see what we got here. How Soon Is Now? I'm really excited to see that one on here. I don't need to worry about singing tonight at the venue, so I can do my yelling songs too. Yes. But let's start off with the nice relaxing vibe that we got going. And I'm gonna do, like I said, Downstream from the game Braid. It's a Celtic influence piece that's super gorgeous. Right when you think it's gonna be ending, it's gonna pick up pace and get a little bit louder, just a warning. I try my best to make sure it doesn't blast at you, but sometimes I make a mistake. Who knows what's gonna happen? Gonna keep you on the edge of your seat a little bit. I'm very curious as to like when the composer like originally put that piece together, if they knew they wanted a duck in the end, or if it was just something that came to them right when it finished. Like, you know what this is missing? Also, best user, I just noticed it was a tier 3 sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And it gives you access to our very special emotes, the ones that our very own, the incredible Pencils 45 made and put together. And it's a Moogle band. We got a Moogle keyboard player. We got a Moogle bass player. A Moogle fiddle player. Everything you could ever dream of. So thank you so much. Please let me know if I could play something particularly for you to thank you. I would really like to play something to say thank you properly. Oh. F. I see you guys. I think it was just a little hiccup. Just a refresher. Okay. No panic. It's fine. Sorry about that, you guys. Well, I know that for the lovely Melon Lord, we are going to do Sight of Spira. But I would like to do one more Joe pick to kind of set the mood for a nice chill beginning today. And I want to do a classic. I want to do Zelda's Lullaby for you guys. Super, super beautiful. And this one is done by one of my favorite remixers. You've heard me talk about him a whole bunch. His name is Juke Remix. You can find him on YouTube. And when I found his channel, I immediately fell in love with it. I love his arrangements. And I reached out and asked if maybe I could play over his stuff on stream. And he was so sweet and supportive. So I always want to make sure I give him an extra special big ol' shout out. I wasn't ready, my bad. I need to have some of my gross microwaved coffee. Here we go. Turn this up, rewind this. Jove, thank you for 100 bits, by the way. I think we're good. Hey Jingra, my UK friend. How are you doing today? And Smashmadash and Paradox, how are you guys doing? And JoJo Gaming. I am a bit more dressed up today. I do like to dress up on Fridays a bit more than usual, but today I was dressed up in particular because right when I finish streaming, I'm running to a venue here in Nashville and I'm playing a live show with my band Tails. So I wanted to make sure that right when I finished, I could just put the violin in the case and be out the door. I already packed the car and everything to make sure that I was not, stressed out for time or getting things all arranged and put together. But I'm really excited. It's like a nice outdoor show, so I feel like it's going to give those really good, like, summertime vibes. So we're moving now into Final Fantasy Land. I'm going to start off with one of my favorites to play, nice and easy. We're going to do Eyes on Me from Final Fantasy VIII. And then we are going to be doing Sight of Spira. Everyone, I think, thinks it's like a different dress than what it is. It's still like a little short one. It's like a summer kind of like shimmery little thing. But since it was going to be an outdoor show, it's particularly hot in Nashville too. I wanted to make sure I wore something where I'd be comfortable being outside. Paradox, thank you guys. And for these new follows, hi, thank you so much BC June and Smiley Mike, making me a smiley girl. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And as for today, what I've planned is just going through some of my favorite repertoire, the video game music, and my loop arrangements. We already got How Soon Is Now put on there, and I'm probably going to add the cores and maybe some Green Day or something. I'm excited. Okay, Eyes on Me from Final Fantasy VIII. Thank you, Yvek, for the follow. Thank you. For Joseph, it's a really close call for me personally, but I'm between 8 and 9. I love 8. Nine's my favorite, I think. Mostly because it was my first Final Fantasy. I just got really attached to it. But when it comes out of all the characters, Renoa is my favorite. That's why I made her my alert for every follow. Because I just love her. I love her so much. And her little pose, she's so cute. I feel like out of all the characters, I related to her the most. Because similarly to her... Oh, you like Frankfurt? Oh, I was going to start something today. I'll finish that thought in a moment, but I feel like I connected the most with Renoa because she's very passionate about diving into what she believes in, even if she's not ready yet. Like the whole first mission that you do and it's kind of a messed up disaster. Ooh, sorry, that was loud. I feel like that's kind of how I was with jumping into wanting to be a violinist and would get on stage with bands and I had no idea what I was doing yet. But I had to. I had to do it. It wasn't an option not to do it because I was just so impassioned and I just needed to do it. But for Kristen, what I was thinking is I kind of want to turn Frank into good use of earblood for Paradox. Very good use of earblood. I was thinking I'm going to take the Frank plushie and similar to that kid's story, Goodnight Moon, put Frank in a different position at the beginning of every single stream. So it's like the mouse that you have to find in that book. But you got to find out where Frank is. So maybe he's peeking over the pillows or maybe he's just on the edge of the piano peeking over. So I think that's going to be what I'm going to be doing. Joseph, thank you for gifting a sub. If I remember on my break, maybe I'll grab him and put him in some random area. I'm going to be playing today, probably until 4 o'clock Central Time. So we are just short of 1 o'clock now because I'm in Central Time. So I'm going to play for a little over 3 hours. Shout out for Rashter, who helped me with my plugins this morning. I gave, I guess, the mods a break because he helped me out with some plugins. I was like, hey, I did it. And he was very polite. He was like, no, you didn't. I'm like, oh. I thought, okay. He's like, I just did it for you. Thank you. My apologies. Thank you, American Warlord, for the follow. I very much appreciate you. I was so pleased with myself. I was like, I did the thing I was supposed to do. And I still didn't do it. I tried. The thought was there. Anyway, I saw that Jingra, you said you're a fan of Final Fantasy X, so I'm hoping you'll enjoy this one. But this one is, of course, dedicated to Melon Lord. I know this is your favorite. Let's see if I can get those high notes today. what's up, Irvin Hamilton? It's good to see you. And Misquote, how are you doing? Just finished work for a holiday weekend. So does that mean you get like your Monday off for an extended weekend? Blue bops. Got him. There was one that was a little fishy. There was one high note I got there where I was like, this is a little ear bloody. But I didn't panic, so that's good. Oh, I'm so happy, you guys, that I ended up basically cutting it real close to stream today. But for Lily, I'll answer your question right after I finish this thought, but I would love to give you advice. I realized that from the last show that I played, my stage equipment was with them. And it was 30 minutes till my start time, and I was like, oh no, I don't have my amp or anything. And I didn't want to stop the stream, have to go pick it up, and then go to the venue, use their opposite directions. And so I went and I got everything, and now it's all packed and ready in the car. And it feels like, a big weight has been lifted off my shoulders, so now I can just play with sincerity and not have any other distracting thoughts. Because I'm getting warmed up right now for the show, so that's perfect. And I'm really excited to play with Tails again. I haven't played with them for a while. So I'm just really excited. Thank you guys for being understanding with me being a little late. I was like 10 minutes late. For Lily, you want to learn how to play violin. Do you have any advice? I'm actually a music teacher as well, so I got a lot of advice. First off, with violin, I'll keep this relatively short, but just an intro. To get started, most people think that the left hand, where you put your fingers, is the hardest part, but I'm going to tell you right now it's not. The hardest thing about violin is getting a whole bow and having it sound nice and clean. So lesson number 1 is not the most exciting for violinists, but what you want to try to do first is make sure you can confidently do a bow down and up on every single string without any scratching happening. A beginner might sound something like this. Right? But you want to get used to getting a smooth entrance. I can always see my students are so disappointed when that's the first lesson. And I'm like, I promise we'll do cool stuff too, but we can't do anything until I know you can play a string by itself. And they're always like, okay, but I can tell that they just hate it. But it's so good for you. In regards to music questions, though, people send me questions a lot in my Discord, and I'm always happy to give people advice when it comes to practicing for learning your instrument. I teach primarily violin, but I also do guitar and music theory and just like your basic overview lesson. But yeah, you got to get those basics before you can get into anything else. Since we are on Final Fantasy X right now, I kind of want to knock out one of the other heavy hitters from the game and do Tizanarkin real quick. I think I mostly just want to push my luck with these high notes to see how clean I can get them today. This one goes pretty high, but I hope you like it. Let me just make sure our track's from the start and we'll get going. I'm really happy with how that piece has developed. For anyone who's new, first off, hi, how are you? Robin, it's so good to see you. How are you doing today? I write out all my sheet music myself, so I'll listen to the track and then I write out how I would like to play it. So those notes are really high on the end, and I don't need to play it like that, but I thought it would just sound right for how I wanted it to like express itself, because it's so delicate and soft. And I also wanted to push myself to, you know, try and make myself a better player. And one thing that does admittedly make me uncomfortable sometimes is when I have to play really high, because that's when things can get very out of tune. But that's one that I have learned with you guys and have gotten much more comfortable with. So it feels good to have it become more of like a staple piece instead of, uh-oh, I hope I get those notes today. Making sure I catch up with everything we got here. Scales help you learn the notes, get used to the feel of the instrument, and help you hear what the instrument is supposed to sound like. One thing, if I'm being very particular, that I've found to be very useful as a string player, particularly playing an instrument with no intonation, or relying on intonation, no frets is what I mean. Maybe no intonation if you're really not getting it. But one thing that I found to be extremely helpful was playing with a drone. So a drone is just one repeating note over and over and over. Sometimes it's like more notes, like a fifth or something. But let's say I'm trying to get good at my G major scale. I'll put on a G drone, and you can find them for free on YouTube. Just type in G drone. And some people find it annoying, so I'll make it really quiet. But if you play out of tune, it will clash with the drone, so you can more easily fix your intonation errors. So let me show you what I mean. Oops. So you'll hear that low hum. But if I play out of tune, they fight against each other. So, by practicing with a drone, it's a way to help take some of that pressure off of you to be like, oh, am I in tune? Am I out of tune? Because it will just tell you if you're in tune or out of tune. And then at the end, what I do is I just take the notes that are in the scale and I mix them up. And that's how you practice improv. Or like, it's one way. It's how I got started. So I'd put on a G drone, and then I just mix up all the notes I know in the scale of G, and it usually ended up sounding pretty pleasant. And then when you're good at that, do another scale, like a D major or an A major. And then for those, you would also put on an A drone or a D drone. So that's a quick little music lesson moment. I tend to give you guys little music lessons here and there because I've had a lot of experience teaching, and I really like teaching. It's fun. And it's very fulfilling, especially when my students make big jumps. It just feels really good. So I'm seeing that we have, I'm seeing wait for pencils, please, in the priority request. So I'm going to do like one more video game piece just for now, and then transition over to our loops. So I think what I would like to do before we head on over to Loop Land is I'm going to do Balam Garden. I don't know if it's because I'm wearing the baby blue today, but I'm feeling Feeling my Final Fantasy VIII Renoa love vibes. Okay. This particular arrangement is done by a pianist arranger by the name of TPR. I'm a huge fan of their work. They do arrangements of a bunch of different albums. They've done Final Fantasies, they've done Chrono Cross. I just highly recommend. You can find him on all your standard streaming platforms for music. I reached out to him and asked if he would mind if I use his material, and he was super, super nice. I was so excited that he got back to me. I didn't know if he would. I was like, this feels like it might be a bit of a stretch. He's very well established, but he's very nice. So if you like what you hear, I highly recommend, again, that you go on YouTube or Spotify and just type in those 3 letters, TPR, and you'll find so much beautiful piano arrangements and wonderful music to play to. That was like one day raising ox. It was just that one day. Does seem like a random thing reading it out of context with the rest of the gameplay. Looking back. Also, what mistake? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? So, I'm going to gently bring us on all into the Lupin world. And I'm going to do one of my softer loops. Let's do Can't Help Falling in Love to get started. And then I'll build it up to one more, a bit more heavier. And then we'll do How Soon Is Now for Misto Pencils. If you need me to do it sooner, please let me know, pencils. Welcome for, let's see, Nasta. How are you doing today? Oh, over here. Time to put down the Final Fantasy binder. And we'll go to Singing Binder. For Kali Mariposa, I'm honored to be your lurking soundtrack. I hope whatever you got to get done today is something that you enjoy somewhat. Okay, so we're going to start with the guitar for this one, and then I'm going to start layering some strings on top. This was a song that actually wasn't on my list initially, but someone donated and they were super nice and they asked for this song. So I was like, you know, I feel like I know it well enough where I can just try it. And I'm so glad I did because it ended up coming together as a really natural, lovely loop. So I hope you enjoy it and you can relax a bit. The Final Fantasy binder, not if I have anything to do with it. I'm always trying to play more Final Fantasy music. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to start with the guitar part and then layer strings on top, and then I'll sing for you guys. I played before I stepped the pedal. Very silly of me. Okay. I didn't press the loop button. It's a downright shame right there. And my twisty knob won't work. One sec. Exit. Maybe if I do that. And then this. I think it just froze up for a moment. Sorry, y'all. I do have to admit, though, isn't it so satisfying whenever something looks like it's not working and you start to panic? And then your first instinct is, I guess I'll just try and turn it off and turn it on again, and then it fixes it. Ooh, every time is so nice. Rushy has never heard this song before? What? Well, now you're going to hear it again, so that's great. Sorry, y'all. men say only a fool's rush in. I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. If I can't help falling in love with you. Take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Bit of a slow build, but I really like getting those kind of accented strings with the little pauses in between them. I was debating while I was doing my solo if I should admit what I'm about to admit, but I feel like I've been pretty transparent here on the internet, and I think I'd like to just be honest. When I first heard Can't Help Falling in Love with You, I was under the impression that it was really fast because I heard it remixed or covered by a band that I was a big fan of as a young girl. And this band was called A-Teens. So I thought Can't Help Falling in Love with You was by A-Teens. You might have known them from their other not original hit when they covered Dancing Queen. So when I did actually hear Can't Help Falling in Love for the first time, I was like, oh my god, this is so slow. Why don't they do it like the 18s? The 18s way was awesome. It was better. I don't know, it's quite embarrassing. But I feel like I've built my whole brand here as being a very, very honest person. A fast person. I'll do it when I learn the choreography that they did as well. And get my best 90s. Well, this is kind of a 90s look, I guess. Also, you were making me laugh by saying that you found my scrunchie hypnotic. I was waiting in line at checkout for Walgreens, and they always get me at those little stands, waiting for you to think about it while you're at the register. And it was described as a jumbo scrunchie, and I was just thinking about what that necessarily meant. But I had to have it. I had to jumbo scrunchie. I got a lot of hair, so I felt like a jumbo scrunchie might be able to tame it. It looks fluffy. I don't know even if that's a word in English. Yeah, that's pretty close. It's like a velvety, soft jumbo scrunchie. I needed to have it. Right? For Jaren. That's why they have those stands at the... I know, they always get me. Where it's like, you know, you already have an aux cable for your car, but that one is pink and striped and sparkly right next to the cash register, so, you know, maybe I need it just in case I'm in someone else's car and they don't have an aux cable, and then I'll be the hero of the day. These are the conversations I have with myself waiting in line to get my prescriptions. They always get me. Thank you for the follow, by the way, for... Psychoneon? I feel like that was right. I hope so. For Olympia, your face is making me think of an anime girl face, and take it as a compliment. That is like one of my favorite compliments. I will accept that and think about that when I'm feeling bad about myself, so thank you. But I'm not like, you know, the most super knowledgeable of anime, but I really like the animes that I watch. I was deciding on a wallpaper for my computer background, which I don't know about you guys, but for me is a very important decision. And I finally decided on the right one, and I'll show you what I picked. It's from my favorite anime, Your Lie in April. If you're familiar with it, you won't be surprised why. It's about a violinist. But they spend all their time in either like on stage really or in a practice room. And in this picture you see Kaori at the side falling asleep in the practice room while the pianist is working. And I just thought it was so cute. And I feel like I relate to this image so much because I spend all my time practicing. And especially during college, I would be in a practice room for 5 to 6 hours at least. And it's tough at times, and it gets in your head, and you kind of just learn to embrace the what's the word I'm looking for? Routine of it. But having that on my desktop screen has helped make me feel more motivated whenever I walk in this room. I'm like, oh, yes, I should be practicing. I gotta practice. But for Busy Bowl, thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Can't do anything for that long. I would just get so focused in. I'd get a Dunkin' Donuts coffee because I was living in Boston at the time, and that's what a Boston girl does. And I would go into that 4x4 practice room and just hunker down. Alright, so we did one loop. I kind of want to do one with a bit more energy, so I'm going to go into a more playful territory, and I'm going to do People Are Strange by The Doors. And this one's really fun for me because I end up adding a lot of my non-conventional instruments in it, so I hope you like it. My eyes were so puffy from watching that anime for Sullen. Oh my god, I've watched it 4 times and it still makes me cry, but it also motivates me. I don't want to give anything away, but it teaches you to focus on doing the best, even if you've only been practicing for 1 or 2 years or 7 years straight. It's just about doing the best with the time that you got, and yeah, it's awesome. I love that show. Let's see. For People Are Strange, I pre-recorded the guitar for this one. I do that for some of my loops to help them move along a little bit quicker. And I'm going to start with adding the banjo, the accordion, the washboard, some strings, and some vocals. I throw a lot on this one. I couldn't help myself. I should learn from my mistakes and tune that banjo first, though. Wah, wah. Who knows, maybe I'll get a brass instrument one day. For your boy Alex, my boy Alex. Hello, how are you? Olympia? I already said hello, but I thought I'd give you one more. It's so nice when the note you're tuning to works in the chord progression happening naturally. Yes. Oh, we lost it. Perfect. Hey, thank you for the follow for your boy Alex. And for anyone who might be new, hello, my name's Joe. I promise I do play the violin. I also play some other instruments. But what I do here is I make loops and sing over progressions that I make and arrangements, and then I also play video game music. Is it the most cohesive song list? Probably not. But there's a whole lot of different stuff on there. If there's something you would like to hear, just let me know. For Alex, you said you play violin too. Fellow violinist, heck yeah. Started when I was 4 and you're 15 now. Just got a full size. Congratulations for Alex. Getting your full size is a very special moment because that could be your forever violin potentially, you know? But way to go for keeping it up for so long. I'm sure you must be a good player. I played when I was little, but then I quit because I had a really discouraging teacher when I was young. And I picked it up again at 18 and I haven't stopped playing since. Just absolutely in love with it. Ready? People Are Strange by The Doors. E minor. strange, when you're a stranger, faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're wanted. Streets aren't even. Oh, when you're down, when you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, people are strange. When you're a stranger, faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven. No one down when you're strange. Faces come out of the rain when you're strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange. When you're strange, when you're strange. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, people are strange. When you're a stranger, faces look ugly when you're known. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven. Oh, when you're down, when you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. When I first told people that my donation goal was to get a washboard, they were like, why? Why are you doing that? But I love my ragtag instruments. I got my little dinger bell. I got a kick drum down here. And then I got my accordion and the strings, and I feel like it just takes me back to like a saloon vibe. And it's so chill. I love it. So I hope you guys like it too. I know it's a bit strange to some, but I'm strange, so there's that. Thank you so much for these follows, by the way, for your boy Alex. Raisin Ox! Thank you so much for the washboard love and the $50 donation. Thank you so much. Please let me know if I could play you something. I know that you really like Flume, but I feel like if there's something else you want, please let me know. Thank you, Raisin Ox. Thank you. Smash Madash, thank you. For the new followers, welcome. For Olympia, and I think you're the whole package. You're wonderful. Thank you. Ella Dolo and Ryuk, Vibrant Dead Star, and I think I already thanked Michael Ball Gaming, but you get two just in case. Your boy Alex, thank you. I got a whole lot of different loops. For anyone who's new, I cover for my loops artists ranging from, you know, like Death Cab for Cutie, but then I also do Soundgarden and Radiohead, and then Nora Jones, and a lot of different stuff. I try my best as a musician to make sure I'm always pushing myself to try new things and to learn about artists that I don't know about, and every time I add a new song, I do my very best to make sure, at my very least, I'm not repeating an artist. I always try to tack on an artist that I haven't done before so I can keep learning. Cathedora, thank you. I was telling everybody earlier, but I have a show in Nashville tonight, and I'm going to run to it right after I finish streaming. I'm going to finish up today around 4, giving us a great 4-hour chunk of streams today. And just going to run in the car and go. It's an outdoor show too. Where is Nashville? Nashville is in Tennessee. So in America, if it's roughly this shape, right, the rectangle, I'm in the south in the middle, right there, on the side of it. But Nashville is known to a lot of people as Music City. So when I graduated college and I wanted to be a musician, I figured it would be a good move to try to go to Music City. And after living here for 8 years, I've joined 4 bands, and I've gotten to do a lot of studio sessions. I've gotten to tour. I've gotten to do a lot. I didn't know anybody when I moved here. I just would show up to shows and sit at the front with my violin and just hope someone would ask me on stage. And it was scary, but I'm so glad that I did it. Sometimes I would totally tank it, and sometimes I did a good job and I'd get asked to come back. But I said this before on one stream. If the worst case scenario is that you'll just be embarrassed, then try it. Because when you get embarrassed, it feels like people will never forget it. But we're the ones who don't forget it. It's kind of shocking how quickly other people forget about actions that you do. We feel like everyone remembers everything forever, but we're the ones that usually remember it. So if the worst case scenario is you'll get embarrassed, I would highly recommend to just try it. For Olympia, both are stressful in different ways. I've learned to relax a lot on stream. I think being a stage musician for so long, it was scary for me to come on Twitch and not be like, oh, this is a performance, so it needs to be perfect. So I would be really stressed out and just want everything to be, a wonderful performance. But then I realized as I watched other Twitch streamers and got more into the culture of streaming that that's not it at all. And it's nice to do a good job, of course, but it's also about just hanging out and interacting with people and the experience overall. And so I've gotten a lot better with relaxing in that. I have, better days than other. I do tend to be a bit of a perfectionist with myself and my playing, just because I spend hours practicing, so it's hard not to, critique too much. Again, Raisin, please let me know if I could play something for you. That was super generous. Thank you. For mods, I have a question. I know that Pencils had to leave for a bit, and I know that he asked for How Soon Is Now. Should I just do it? Because I don't know if he's coming back. Or should I try and wait for him? I feel like I should know that, but I don't. I'm Googling. Am I about to, be naughty? For a Campanella, what came up in my Google search was a baseball player for the Philadelphia something? Yes. I don't think that's it, though. He said he would try to listen in the office. Then I guess I'll just do it now then. I am going to do How Soon Is Now. I always like to make sure I'm careful, and just a warning for heavy lyrical content with this piece, might be a bit of a trigger warning, so I just want to make sure that I'm, being respectful to what you guys want to hear. I record this one from scratch. It's pretty quick to build, though. I'm just going to record the guitar first, and then lay down some string parts and we'll go from there. But thank you everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Oh, then I definitely should have known that. Ooh, oh no. Don't tell my college teachers, please. For your boy Alex, right now my stream schedule is I go 4 times a week, and I stream Mondays at noon, Tuesdays at 3, Thursdays at 3, and Fridays at noon. I'm tempted to try and sneak in a night stream at some point next week. I haven't talked to even the mods about it. Shh. But a little birdie told me it might be a good idea with the carousel situation. So we'll see. Oh, I need this to be on Capo 1. And that's all Central Time. Ooh, that cold coffee is really not good. For Olympia, I've never heard Joe Ganini before, and that's actually quite good. I'm pleased. My bandmates have done some creative ones. Zach for Fable Cry loves to call me the Zodiac Killer. That's like his go-to. But one night, like after a show, I was drinking after a show. Don't tell my mama. And I apparently went up to Zach and he called me the Zodiac Killer, and I got all sad for a moment, like drunk girl sad. And I was like, it's such a dark thing. Like, it makes me sad because he killed people. And then he didn't call me it for a bit. I think it's because, oh no, did that go in the guitar? No, it didn't. I think it's because I finally saw that movie, The Zodiac Killer. So it's fresh in my mind. Very dark. Okay, anyway. Let's do... Oh. I have to change one setting on my looper. I forgot. If anyone's curious, I'm just turning a switch on my looper. There's 3 pedals that I can put stuff on, and they can either play at the same time or separately. So I am making sure that they play separately from each other. If it does what I want it to. Let's see. Single track on, free measure, and then I just need to turn loop sync off and tempo sync off. Okay. Ready. My timing was kind of funny. Let me fix that. shyness that is criminally vulgar. I'm a son and name of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth. How can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. I am the sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I'm the son and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth. How can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. There's a club if you'd like to go. You could meet somebody who really loves you. So you go and you stand on your own, and you live on your own, and you go home and you cry and you won't stay. I am the sun and the air of shyness that is criminally vulgar. I'm the sun and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth. How can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. You shut your mouth. How can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else. There's a club if you'd like to go. You could meet somebody who really loves you. So you go and you stand on your own, and you live on your own, and you go home and you cry and you won't stay. I am the sun and the air of shyness that is criminally vulgar. I'm the sun and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth. How can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else does. I was worried for a moment when I started that the We Love Rose! Thank you guys. I was worried that I might have recorded my guitar a bit too hot because the way my looper works, they all go on the same track. So it's really important that whatever gain I set it to for each instrument is able to line up everything with the other ones. But thank you guys so much. Thank you. Gunnar, welcome. It's so nice to see you, by the way. Reminds me of the Charmed series. I was a big Charmed fan. Admittedly, I thought of that too when I was listening to that song. I really like it. I think I'm going to run with the darkness vibe we got going on and do one more song that's a bit heavy. And then I'll lighten it up and do some more like instrumental stuff with like video game pieces. But I would like to try and do for you guys my arrangement of Black Hole Sun. When I was putting together a song list for streaming, I really wanted to embrace the darkness, Joe. I was really focused, especially at that time with 2020, to make a song list that would just have a lightness to it that would make people happy. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a really, well, maybe not just one difficult day. I had some really hard times, like I think we all did. And one day was really heavy, and I watched an acoustic performance that Chris Cornell did of this song, and I just thought it was the most like powerful, raw, just an amazing, amazing performance. And I was really inspired, so I put together a string quartet loop arrangement, and I'm gonna sing on top of that. Let me check my priority list to make sure I'm not missing anything. Looks like we are good, which is great. But if anyone is going through anything particularly heavy, I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope that, you know, you start to come through on that other side, even when it feels like it's not in sight. If you keep going forward, sometimes you kind of fall into it. At least that's what I've been trying to do. I know these are comically huge, but I like them. Okay. I did pre-record the guitar for this one. Your boy Alex! Thank you. For Olympia, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. There you go. I'm glad that you stopped in chat. Thank you. Okay. So this is track 29. And I'm going to turn up my strings pretty hot. Hey, for Lady Hyde Park, how are you today? indisposed, in disguises no one knows, hides a face like a snake in the sun in my sprays. Boiling heat, summer stench, neath the black sky instead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Stuttering, cold and down, neath the black sky instead. Times are gone for the honest man, and sometimes far too long for snakes in my shoes. Walking sleep, am I sold that pray to keep? Heaven send the hell away. No one sings like you anymore. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash Felt really good today. C for Tripwire. Thank you, BHG. That one felt good. I gotta find something better to say. I'm so awkward. I feel like sometimes if I like really let myself go somewhere with a song, then I get self-conscious right when it's over and I don't know what to say. But thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you. Just embrace the awkwardness. I mean, this entire channel is built pretty strongly on the awkwardness, so why stop now, right? I think I'm going to transition out of loops for just a moment and go back to some more string-related material. Daniel! The only person that I've ever had raid me twice in the same stream. Thank you so much for the raids yesterday. And for other resub just now, Daniel, thank you. Please let me know if I could play you something. For Rich, thank you very much. Thank you. I have a show tonight, so I made sure to get dressed up. I already packed my car and everything, so I can, right when I finish my stream around 4:15, I can just hop in the car and go to my gig. But thank you, Rich. That's very sweet. So I've been working really hard on taking all of my songs in my song list and putting them in orders or pairings. So I have a bunch of different kind of versions of these same lists, but one that I thought would work well transitioning out of this is actually one of my movie theme loops. And the movie theme that I did an arrangement for is Pan's Labyrinth's Lullaby. I hope I'm not hitting you with too much like darker content, but I just wanted to try and make a cohesive song list. So with all of them, I kind of categorize them with certain keywords so that I know where I want to put them in getting, you know, a list that just makes sense. So I'm going to do Pan's Labyrinth's Lullaby, but then with that, I'm going to transition into lighter material. But I think this will be a good vibe for making complementary material. I keep having to click. I have one hair that wants to like get separated from all the other ones. Alex, you're giving me all the yays today. I love it. Feel very supported. Oh, sorry. I saw you say that, your boy Alex. I should have remembered. Yes, I actually do. I learned and I teach some of my students based off the Suzuki method. It's kind of like, I will admit, one of the only real string programs provided for learning violinists. There is a new one that also came out called the O'Connor method by the incredible fiddle player Mark O'Connor and also orchestrator arranger. And I've taught using that series as well and had a lot of fun doing it. They have similar elements to them, but I think that there's lots of wonderful benefits from Suzuki. I still play for my Suzuki books, especially Suzuki Book 4. I love Suzuki Book 4. There's some beautiful pieces in that book. Daniel, thank you for the host. And for Karen, if you're still here for that follow, I really appreciate you. And like I said, I'm going to do the theme from the beautiful film Pan's Labyrinth now. Let me know how many of you guys have seen it, because I'm kind of curious to see when I do this, if it's just like, what's the expression? I tend to butcher expressions here. A pebble thrown in a well? I don't think that's right. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Oh, Daniel, you tried to raid? Well, I'll count it in my heart. Pencils, I don't trust you. I'm scared this means it wasn't right. Instrumental loop time. I need an empty track. Here we go. Turn these up, and I turn that up. Okay. 3. feel like I'm getting maybe too cocky about playing high up on my instrument. It's getting dangerous territory. For Daniel, it's a relatively simple melody, but it's so effective. I just played over A minor to a D minor to an E major, and that's it. Just really straightforward. Have I ever heard of Arvat Part? I have not for JRC. Also, hi. I didn't say hello to you yet today. How are you? Arvo Pot. Part. No. Also, welcome for Rick. It's nice to see you. How are you doing today? I'm ready from that note to go into some dramatic violin video game pieces if you guys are interested. Got my own little set list over here where I kind of classify everything again to make as smooth of a transition as possible. So if we're going into more of like that kind of dramatic full drama moment, I think what I would like to do next, thinking about something maybe a bit more like over the top. Everlasting Transient. I think that will be a good way to go. Chris, I saw you in chat earlier. If you're still here, hello. For Dark Boy, thank you for the follow. Thank you. And Shaded, thank you for the bit. How are you doing? Let's see. The reason I bring up Chris is Frolic Chris actually tweeted this soundtrack at me and was like, psst, check it out. And I did, and I fell in love with the soundtrack. It's so beautiful. It's in a JRPG. I haven't played this particular game. I've played a lot of the ones on my list, but not all of them, because some of which you guys have introduced me to. But after he sent me this one song I'm about to play for you, it started a world where I just dove into it. And I would love to show you the one that started all of that love. For Shadid, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. This piece is called Everlasting Transient. A little bit more water. I'm a bit dehydrated today. I'm good, and you? Hope all is well. Normally, I don't watch too much of the music stream, but I enjoy staying here because it's cozy. Well, I would love to be your cozy bringer of coziness. And for myself, I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. I feel like I've been in a good spot lately, just motivated and looking forward and excited about the new projects that I'm going to be recording and working on for my YouTube channel. And I'm just really excited. I feel like I have a direct path now. And I have so much material that I'm just ready to dive into and show the world. for Table Chick. I haven't seen you for a bit. How are you doing? Thanks for popping in. And thank you, Antonio Lupu, for that follow. I really appreciate you. Thank you. In the Discord. Perfect. I will make sure to check it out. And thanks for joining the Discord for Alex. Thank you. I do take requests for the video game music in there. If there's ever anything that you don't see on the list, just let me know. I added from the Discord suggestions Nier, another Nier Automata, yes, I added that to the list, and it's beautiful. I quite enjoy it. For the Stout Group, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Play a Zelda song. Okay. Do you mind which one? Yes, I got basically all this kind of cornerstone ones. I still got to do a Twilight Princess one. Okay. I think what I'd like to do to help lighten our mood, yes, I did a lot of like more dramatic pieces, is let's do something a bit more uplifting. So I'm going to do Rito's Village from Breath of the Wild. And from there, I would like to do one of my favorites. I feel like my regulars are probably going to guess what I'm going to do. Windfall Island. I love Windfall Island. It's like one of my favorites. And then let's just do a trifecta because it only seems natural with Zelda pieces. From that, I'm going to go into my loop arrangement of Dragon Roost Island. Or you know what? I shouldn't because it's so similar to Rito's Village. Maybe I'll do my mashup of Song of Storms and Kosa's theme. I think that might be the way to go. Oh gosh, the Bandhammer's coming out? Is it because we brought up Will Smith songs? To explain that for Alex, back in the old days when I first started my Twitch channel, I used to do improv requests over like anything that you guys would send to me. And I was asked to do, for whatever reason, from our darling moderator, Matt, I got asked to do these Will Smith songs, and I just sounded awful playing violin on them, and I hated them. And of course, when a streamer reveals they don't like something, you're just asking for it at that point. So then I just got asked all the time to do Will Smith songs, and then I had to make a rule that I'd only do 3 Will Smith songs. But now that I don't do improv over requests anymore for DMCA reasons, I don't have to worry about that. So it's just a long forgotten rule that doesn't have much meaning anymore, but is in there. Okay, so next up, I'm going to do Rito's Village. This is from Breath of the Wild. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for the follow for Nikon, by the way. Thank you. Not only is Frank the best emote, but he's also... Let me show you. He's also the best cuddly friend. Look at that handsome face. Wow. So Frank is my face on a Furby body with Barbie legs. And then a picture was sent to a creator on Etsy who takes pictures and turns them into stuffed animals. And this is what he made. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, this is it. You had no choice in the matter, Alex. You are now in it. I just wish I could see that artist's face when he received the picture and was like, I need to make that thing. And look how good he did. He did such a good job. It's beautiful. So that's Frank. Whenever I get a raid, you might see a sneaky little Frank run out of this corner here. Just scuttle on into the shot, and then he scuttles on out of it. I don't blame you, Alex. Frank is a real charmer. He really is. I know I said I was going to do Windfall Island next, but next to this piece is Simple and Clean, and I've been practicing that one. The way I wrote out my music, it gets really high, but I think I'm ready. Well, for the most part. I also talked to the pianist very briefly that I play over for her performance, who's lovely. To shout out her channel, she is Natalia Plays Piano, and she's an incredible pianist. And I've always looking for other artists to, like, you know, find new arrangements to play over, or hear a new perspective, or just see another video game artist. And her piano playing is so beautiful. She was super supportive and said that I could play over her music on stream, but I really, really encourage you to check out her YouTube channel. She's incredible, as you're about to hear. So I'm going to play violin over her performance of Simple and Clean. Joseph, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate you. I'm excited to show you. Also for NL Spectre, I think that's an L. Thank you for the follow. Let's do this. It gets really high at the end. I might give you ear blood. Yay, that was way more cleaner than the other time that I was trying to do it before. I said earlier in the stream, oh, I see a tiny fly. I want to get it so bad. Well, for me, I thought it was pretty high. I write out the notes I'm going to play. Like, I write out my own sheet music based on listening to it. So I know I could do it lower, where the likelihood of me getting it tuned is like much higher. But I want to push myself and I want to get better. For I am only a big child. Thank you so much for the follow. I love your name. I hope that I could play something that you guys like. Oh my goodness. So, now that I have gotten to talk to that pianist Natalia herself, I was excited to go through her channel and find a bunch of her arrangements that I'm probably going to be doing some more of in the future. So it's a name that I'll be bringing up more. She has a bunch of Kiki's delivery service too, which made me really excited. Maybe I should try that now. Sorry, mods, I'm kind of going all over the place. My ADHD is starting to show. Yeah, she does A Town with an Ocean View. I do quite like that song. Let's see. It's in the Final Fantasy binder. There we go. I hope everyone's having a nice Friday so far. I've had a really nice day. It was mostly just getting ready. I have a show tonight here in Nashville. I'm really excited to get to see my bandmates. It's going to be an outdoor show on a patio too. So like they opened up a parking lot so that people can, you know, be able to go outside and be able to social distance and make sure everyone feels comfortable. And I'm really excited to kind of get that parking lot hang, summertime vibe. So I'm really excited. It will be fun. Gonna play a couple songs, have a couple beers. Friday night. Woohoo. Yes. Should I do... She does Departure? Oh my gosh. I haven't tried this before. I just want to see what happens. I hope I don't regret this. Again, this is still Natalia Plays Piano for, well, the piano that you're going to hear. Let me see. I haven't heard her version of this. I want to try it. It's a different key than what I usually play on. I was trying to do it by ear, but I think that would be too much risky business. I just wanted to see what was going on there. I think the other one is done as the original was, so hopefully I'll get this one. If not, I'll go back to my prepared material, but I just got excited to see that she did Kiki's Delivery Service. This one's also Chopin style. That sounds scary. Let me see. It's also in a different key. I shouldn't jump into things too blindly, probably. But it's something I'll look into for the future. Now that I've talked to her, I want to make sure I get to feature her more on the channel in general. Since we had a tease of more piano, I'm going to toss in a piano piece especially because I got the Final Fantasy binder in front of me anyway. I'd like to do Tifa's theme. It's one of my favorites. Sorry for the earblood, guys. Something that happens here occasionally. I might give you a little bit of earblood. It's part of the gig. Here we go. Oh, I love that one. It's probably one of my favorites in the entire repertoire that I have. Something about that C to the C sharp just makes my heart flutter. I just think it's so beautiful. But we've been doing some like somber slash kind of chill pieces. So why don't we up the ante just a little bit? So I'm going to do Windfall Island, like I said I was going to a while back. Here we go. Speaking of playing over other artists' remixes and performances, it kind of started with a remixer in particular by the name of Juke Remix. I talk about him a lot. I know it might be kind of annoying for some people. I hope not. I just think he's wonderful. I'm going to be playing over his remix of Windfall Island, which is so cute and fun, and I absolutely adore it. So if you like what you hear, I highly recommend to go check out his YouTube channel. He has a bunch of really good ones. I think I play over 4 of his remixes, but this was the one that started it all. Yes, I love Windfall Island. It's one of my favorite Zelda tunes. Andrew. For Thazzy, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, how are you doing today? Also, welcome, Andrew. For those of you who don't know, I think most of you know, but Andrew's the drummer for my band Fablecry and one of my absolute best friends. He's amazing, and he's also a music streamer. So if you want to hang out with a drummer and watch him just play over anything possible, he's your guy. Also, Joseph, I listen to Lindsay Sterling sometimes. I like her music. I'm a fan of Lindsay as well. I wish I could move around like she does. I've been working primarily on, honestly, like keeping my face relaxed as I play. It's very difficult for me. And we got Zach here. Well, I guess I gotta do some Fablecry now. Zach is the lead singer of my band, Fablecry. Andrew is very hot. He is very hot. Hello, Joe Deddy. I have a wicked quick question. Are you available Friday and or Saturday for a show? Do you mean today or next week? And do you care which Fablecry song I pick? I kind of want to do Should I do... Let's do Who's Got Who. I want to do my song. So I'm going to perform for you guys and play over one of the tracks that we recorded of one of my songs called Who's Got Who. Let me check my schedule real quick. I just updated the calendar. This is a first for me. Oh, the family photos are a bit askew. So next Friday or Saturday. Saturday I'm playing a wedding. And then Friday I'd be free in the evening-ish. Send me the information, but as of now I do have a wedding that I'm playing on Saturday. What random show did we just get? Now I'm curious. Anyway. Here's one of the songs I performed with Fable Cry and wrote. I hope you guys like it. It's called Who's Got Who. You're a monster, I'm sorry. Perfect. Okay. Cool. If you like what you hear, we got a full-length concept album complete with plot, interludes, and even an intermission. I think you might like it if you try it. Here's my song, Who's Got Who. Also, thank you, Hey Hattori Hans, for the follow. Thank you.
I can't seem to fill the spaces. I see familiar faces. Have we met before, or am I just drawing blank? Can you tell me where it might have been, or have I purposely forgotten? I don't know how much more I can take. Looking through diamond eyes, it was the best time of my life. You made a promise I would see my name in lights. What could I say? But in you now, I gave it all away. Chasing fortune and fame, I can't breathe caved. I'm down too deep, I can't dig my way out. Come to awaken, find that everything's taken and it all belongs to you. As soon as I'm able, you'll see me turn the tables, and then we'll see who's got who. You burn my friend, I know you do it again, as if I was a wreck. As soon as I'm able, you'll see me turn the tables, and then we'll see who's got who. Scared, cold and alone. My nails wanna find my key. One that I can't deep in this stage. And to hold on me. Meant to walk along the parking lane. Me away, I'm taking my break. I'm gonna get ya. My vendetta's been forever. I come to wake and find that everything's taken and it all belongs to you. It all belongs to you. As soon as I'm able, you'll see me turning the tables, and then we'll see who's got who.
Zakdadi. I was reading while that was happening. Muddy Roots Festival? Is that what you're talking about? I feel like the wedding I'm playing at is during the day. So I should be free Saturday evening if that's the night that we're thinking of. I hope this information has been useful. But you guys see them in chat. You can see they're engaging and handsome and lovely. They're my bandmates, and what I just played was my band, Fable Cry. They're the best. So if you like what you heard, I'd ask you to please check out the album. We're on all the places you'd expect to find that stuff. Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud. Just type in Fable Cry and it will come up. That he can't give details. Oh, I think I gave more spoilers than anything. Okay, cool. No, I don't mind. It's funny. I'm just providing you guys a real life look into the life of a freelance full-time musician. It's craziness. You gotta be ready for a gig at any time. So I'm just providing a real experience. I'm flattered, Alex, that you think I'm still in college, but I graduated college a bit of a while ago. But when I was studying at Berklee, I graduated with a professional music degree. No. That's a good thing, Alex. That's a good thing. I hope that I look younger than 30, but I am 30. Spoiler alert. But while I was attending Berklee, I graduated with a professional music degree. It's very, very confusing. Have a good show, Zach. You're the best. I love you. Well, now that we did a more exciting piece, let's up the energy, shall we? I kind of want to do one of my battle themes now. Is it so fun? Oh, Alex, I love you more and more each second. I can't describe why, but oh, wow. You're just very nice. But I think it's time to do some epic battle scene. So I'm going to do Decisive Battle 2 from Octopath Traveler. It's one of my favorite ones. Very fun. Very epic. I hope you guys like it. Decisive Battle 2. And we're coming up on the last hour of music here before I have to go and play a show in Nashville tonight, which I'm very excited about. I'm doing this one with another band I play for called Tails. But I'm already packed up and everything. I really just gotta eat some leftovers in the fridge and be on my merry way. But we still got just short of another hour here. Oh, that's more Fable Cry. Let me pause that. Good suggestion, pencils. Here we go. That was one of the first viewer requests that I had learned, and it began a big old love of the soundtrack for Octopath Traveler. I ended up learning like 10 songs from the soundtrack. I thought it was so cool. Gotta go back to school for Wednesday for Alex. Are you on break right now? Jim, welcome. It's good to see you. Listen while you procrastinate work. Hey, we all do it. We all do it. I love my lurkers as much as people active in chat, of course. Erpic Berto. Let's see here. There we go. So I think next up what I'd like to do is stick with the Octopath Traveler soundtrack, because that's what I got in front of me now. And I would like to do one of the more fiddle-inspired pieces. It's called A Settlement in the Red Bluffs, and it's super, super fun to play. I love fiddle tunes. They're like very hypnotic, because they don't tend to have rests in them, so it just gets you in the flow and kind of gets your foot tapping. It's fun. So this is, once again, A Settlement in the Red Bluffs from Octopath Traveler. Yeah, it's definitely got that like Celtic kick to it. I'm happy to see that this one's gotten to a point where it's like more naturally in my fingers. For a while, I felt like I was always chasing it and I wasn't quite getting it on the beat yet. But since we're talking about fiddly pieces right now, I'd love to show you another one of my more recent ones. It's from the game Tangle, and it's called Holling Efter Per Loof. Might be horrible pronunciation, however, I don't speak Swedish. I think that's what it is. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's the vibe. But it's a really, really pretty one. Oh, Daniel, I'm so sorry. I just saw that you asked for Mega Man, the opening theme. I will do that one right after I do this last little fiddle tune. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. My apologies. This one's pretty quick, though. Holling Efter Per Loof. Oh, let me just make sure it's from the top. Oh, Unravel. I think I said Unraveled. It's called Unravel. My bad. Thank you, Gromov, for that follow, by the way. Thank you. like my violin might have been a little bit quiet. I hope it wasn't too quiet. But that's one of my newer ones that I'm super, super pleased with. I can't tell you guys, like, this giddiness I get when I find a new piece. I'm like, oh my god, I can add this to my video game music song list. Gary! Hello. How is... I know this. Alien Isolation? I think that's what you were playing today. How did it go? It's good to see you. Thank you for popping in. I feel like speaking of when I get excited about finding new songs to play, I should play the one you showed me. And you showed me the Battlefield Flower, which is super freaking cool. I love it so much. It makes me feel, dare I say, epic. You got scared a couple times, then stopped before getting frustrated. Like, stop the stream. Like, you got so scared that you had to shut down the stream entirely, collect yourself, and then come back? Is that what you're saying? I feel like it will be a very cold day in the underlayer of the world when I'm going to be playing a horror game on stream. It would just be curses left, right, and center, and no progress made because I would just be too busy being very, very scared. A difficult bit. Gotcha. Arkenstone, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Thank you. This one is very dramatic. It's called, once again, The Battlefield Flower. It's from White Knight Chronicles 2. Let's do it. Okay. My hand gets so tight when I need to do vibrato really high. I feel like I'm just looking like a crazy person. But that one's one of my favorites. It's just super, super fun and dramatic. And I feel like whenever a battle theme has a violin being the main lead, which is usually such like a pretty instrument, it makes me so happy. I'm like, yeah, let violin be like the BA. Let us take care of it. I think what I'd like to do next, we're going to be lightening up a bit, is I have to stop in probably about like 40 minutes now. I would like to do a piece from Ori and the Blind Forest. It's really pretty. It's called Naru Embracing the Light. As of right now, it's the only piece. Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to do... I'll do the Mega Man one after this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Daniel. I'm sorry. I'll do it. I'll do it. I promise. I keep forgetting. But now that I'm looking at this one, I just really want to do it. So real quick, we're going to do Naru Embracing the Light. Oh, if the other track wants to pause. There we go. Then we'll do it. From the top. For JD, thank you. No, I'm gonna do Mega Man now, I promise. I got it. Thank you for the new follows, by the way, for JD and Stefan. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. For anyone who might be stopping in more recently, hello. My name's Joe. I do play the violin. This much has been pretty clear, I'm assuming. But what I do here, there we go, is I play video game music. I listen to it all by ear, and I write out all my sheet music myself. So I got a ton of different game soundtracks that I've learned over the past like almost 2 years now on Twitch. So I've done Zelda and most of the Final Fantasies and Chrono Cross and a bunch of indie games as well, like Rule of Rose and uh, Seasons After Fall. Just like lots of really good stuff. And sometimes I play along to the original track, and then sometimes I like to make a loop arrangement. I do have a looper at my feet. I also use the looper to make arrangements of commercial music and sing on top of it. So I'll do like a Radiohead arrangement, and I also do Paul McCartney and Ozzy Osbourne and a bunch of different stuff. So I like to think I know enough stuff that maybe I'll appeal to most people. I try my best to, at least. That's a good question for Zephyr. I hope I'm saying that somewhat correctly. I just go through a mixer. So I have a Yamaha MG10XU, and I just go violin straight in the microphone. So there's no like EQ or compression or anything on the violin, but just a little bit of some reverb there, help even things out. But for this loop arrangement, it's only strings. And I was listening to the Mega Man soundtrack, and I think the opening for Mega Man 2 is really beautiful. So it has this like vibey intro, and then it picks up the tempo immediately. And I was like, well, I can't do one part without doing the other. So for this loop, it kind of almost feels like two loops. I'm going to do the very pretty beginning segment, and then I'm going to go into the exciting rah-rah battle moment. I'm just making sure my looper is set up. I just have to change one more setting. I'm getting better at navigating all these tiny buttons with my toes. Here we go. I think everything's set up on my end here. So let's do the opening theme from Mega Man 2. We'll start with the pretty opening sequence. A little bit of very cold coffee. Okay, let's go. 2, 3. go. Got a little bit messed up by the end, but it's my Mega Man loop. Good morning. How are you doing today? Gets a little funky dunky after that, so I'm just gonna do fade out. Daniel, I made you wait a very long time for that. I apologize for making you wait so long. It's getting a little closer every time I do it. Taiwanese, very, very cool. Best fade out, thank you very much. I think what I'm going to do now is some of my brand new transcriptions. Yes, I probably can only play now for another like 4:15 is like my latest cutoff, so maybe 20 more minutes. So I'm just going to show you guys some of my brand new transcriptions. Again, I learn all my songs by ear, so I just listen and I write them out. But I've had some ones that are my favorites by far lately. So I'm going to do these 4 as our last ones today. And I'm going to start with a song that one of you guys actually put in the Discord. Can you suggest a nice game music piece to transcribe for yourself? I would say for Zypher, anything from Octopath Traveler. In particular, maybe do, what's it called? I'm trying to go off the top of my head. I think it's called this, Flame's Grace, Guiding Light from Octopath Traveler. That one I think is really gorgeous. For Hi, I'm Mick. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. One of the new pieces that you guys put in the Discord for me to learn was a piece called Voice of No Return. I think this was suggested by Cephalon Kiwi. Joe's on the front page again. Yay! I think it's gonna be, it's like a trial thing I think that they're doing with musicians right now. I might try and sneak in a night stream because I think if I do a night one, I'm more likely to be at the top of the thingy. So I might do a surprise one at some point. Not on the mods, I won't surprise you guys, I promise. But for the Nier Automata, I always do that, Automata? I can't say it, it's too hard. I was asked to learn a piece called Voice of No Return, and it's really beautiful. I'm very excited to have it added to the song list officially. So I hope you guys like it. Let's turn this up. Thank you. Oh, a bunch of new follows. Thank you, guys. Oiro Liv, and for Cocodrillo and Jack Burton. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I'm just going into the last couple songs for the stream today. I don't want to leave, but I have a show here in Nashville that I got to get to. That's why I'm a little more dressed up than usual for today. But right when I finish stream, I'm going to run down, have some leftovers in the fridge, and go out and play a show tonight. But I would love to show you guys my brand new songs I added to the set list this week. I add new songs to my song list every single week. For Zephyr, there's a section on my Discord where it says suggestions for video games, or maybe some other phrasing of that word. It's something like that. But I check in there every week to see if there's any songs. That particular piece I learned for Cephalon Kiwi. Cathedora, if you're here, I'm learning one for you right now. It's not ready yet, but I'm doing something special for you. And I'm going to show you the last couple songs for today. They're really chill. I was excited to add them to the song list because I feel like it was like filling a gap of, I don't know, like almost like that lo-fi playlist kind of vibe. Yes, I personally listen to those playlists all the time. I find them super relaxing. And I wanted to find some that I guess the violin might sound nice over. So here are my most recent finds. I really appreciate anyone who popped in today, even if it was just for one song. Thank you. I'm going to be live again for sure on Monday at noon, but I might surprise you and do a night stream this weekend. Super secret. Super, super secret stuff. This next piece is called Good Morning, New Day, and it's from the game Catherine. I hope you like it. That beginning section is so deceivingly hard to get all those little notes. I sat squinting, listening to that music for so long, trying to write out what those notes were, but I finally got it. I feel like that's why I've been wanting to play it a whole bunch lately. It's like a victory claim, like, I did it. I did that piece where it's so hard to hear those little boops and beeps in the beginning. But I found out what those boops and beeps were. Hey, a brand new sub, a sparkly new sub. Thank you so much for Lewin I really appreciate that. Thank you. Typically, when people, where is it? There we go. When people resub to my channel, I do give you a priority request, which means anything from my song list I'll play for you right away. I think I have just enough time if there's something you'd like to see. If not, the next time I'm on, you could just be like, Joe, hey, you told me I could have a song. And I'd be like, of course. How could I have forgotten? But thank you again. Thank you. And for the new follows for One Bad Alien and Sleepy Pando, thank you very much. I got a couple more I'm going to squeeze in before I got to drive to my next gig tonight. But this next one I would like to knock out as well. It's also from the game Catherine. And this one is called Lost. I used to try and do improv over this one, but I really enjoyed the main melody, so I thought I would respect the song and learn the main line of it. So this one's called Lost, and then I'm going to end with National Park from Pokemon Gold and Silver. Oh, and we got a Wicked Ida. Look at those beautiful hammers. Hey, and there's my butt. Right there. Thank you, Ida, for the raid. You caught me just in time. I was going to wrap up soon because I got a show tonight at the basement, the OG basement. But thank you, Ida. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate you. Ida's amazing, and she makes puppets out of trash and reads your tarot card. I don't think I really need to describe it more than that. I feel like I've piqued your interest enough where you might want to pop over there. At least I hope so. Here's a super chill, nope, wrong, cool song from Catherine. This one's called Lost. There we go. I did get a tarot card reading. It was very helpful. I felt like it sorted out some things that needed to be. Sniper, welcome. How are you? OBS made your computer slow. Did it have that like pre-raid lag that it tends to give you? Thank you for Crete. You can do this. Creaturist? Maybe? For the follow? Thank you. I really appreciate you. And I wish it wasn't so, y'all, but I gotta move on to my last song for the evening. I think instead of doing the Pokemon one, I have time to do one of my loop arrangements, so I'd like to do one of those to end on today. And I think the one I'd like to do is My Road, My Journey from Dragon Quest. I just love it so much. And then we got to think about who we want to be raiding today. Love to know your guys' input on that. This is what I need. It is. It's just such like a... This piece is like a hug. I just want to give you guys a big old hug before the weekend. I was listening to like an orchestrated arrangement album for Dragon Quest. And this particular song was the last 2 minutes of like a 6-minute piece. And I thought it was so beautiful that I downloaded it and I cut the last 2 minutes so I could put it on loop. And the way my musician brain works is if I hear something that I really like, I need to listen to it over and over, and I just try and understand why I like it, whether it's a chord progression or the melody or a key change. And picking the song apart, I just thought it was so perfect. I just thought it was so sweet. I feel like it sounds like falling in love. So I hope you guys like it. Yes, for Dennis. I do typically like to dress up a little more on Fridays because it's fun. It's a weekend. But I'm dressed up today because I actually have a gig that I'm going to be going to basically when I press stop streaming. I'm playing a venue in Nashville with one of the bands I play with, Tails. And I'm excited for this one. It's outside. They closed down a parking lot, so it's just a big open space. People are just going to come standing outside, chilling in the summer vibes, getting beers, hanging out. It's going to be fun. And it's a venue that I've played at quite often, so it kind of feels like home whenever I go there. Yes, and the link that was just put in, our band Tails has just put out a feature-length full album. We worked really, really hard on it. We recorded the whole thing in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm really proud of it. So if you guys want to check it out, the link's right there. But let's do this last song, shall we? And then we got to think about who we would like to be rating. Very open for your guys' input on that. First, I'm going to get this loop started. I record guitar, and then I made a quartet arrangement for the main melody of this, and I hope you like it. There we go. Play with a pick. Yeah, this one's good. I'm struggling with 2 monitors. I really want to feel like cool and effortless going between them, but kind of a hot mess with it. And I have a feeling it's not going to get better. You'll just see me go cross-eyed. I'm in a dress, so I close-mouth burped to be more polite. Don't mind that. Okay, let's do it. Why? Hello. Chris, thank you for the raid. I played some Yeast earlier. I gotta think of you whenever I do that. This is my last song before the end of the stream. I had to stop early as I got a gig tonight. But thank you so much. The next stream I do, please let me know if there's a song I can play for you. You'll get a priority request pushed over to the next time I'm live. Dustbuster Imp, thank you for the resub as well. And Not Yeezus for that follow. Thank you. So much. I just think it's so beautiful. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support today. I wish I could keep going, but I should get ready to go to my gig here. Thank you so much. I'll be live again on Monday at noon, and there's a chance there's going to be a super secret night stream over the weekend, but you didn't hear it from me. But anyway, we gotta get to rating someone. Let's see who's on right now. Hey, Flux Small, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. I'm glad you found this too for Sleepy Pando. I have at least like 200 songs I didn't even get to play for you today. So if you come back, I would love to play you some more. There's so many people on right now. Do you guys have any suggestions for who we should be rating? I was thinking maybe Sabby Spark? Or like one of my newer friends. I rated them recently, but I really like them. Chika Tatsuya. I'm just gonna rate them again. I really like them. Thank you for Flying Shark for that follow, by the way. Thank you. This is the part that melted my heart. I was just teary-eyed looking at my speakers like a crazy person. I just loved it so much. See if I spelt that correctly. Oh, Joe! I'm just keeping you guys in purgatory, loop purgatory with me until I could spell this name right. Chika underscore. That's important. They're probably gonna ask me if I want a song because they're so nice, and that's what people usually do when you rate other music streamers. But let them know I had to run to a gig if I'm not active in chat. I absolutely adore you guys, and I'll be back before you know it. I love you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.